You see what happened to Speed in Norway? Man, it is crazy how big internet content creators have become, yeah. So, here, I'll pull up the clip. Look at the crowd that he pulls. So what happens is, he ended up drawing such a massive crowd that when he tried to leave, it was like impossible. It was just like a sea of meat. This is a terrible video of it. And people were like pulling on his hair and shit. Apparently someone even jumped in his car. Where the... Who's that striking, gentlemen? Where's just the raw clip? This isn't the best one, but you can see a little bit. You can see a little bit here. Like people throwing like beer on him. Or, oh no, Prime. Never mind. But yeah, it seems fucking terrible. On the... Actually, wait, it might be this one. No, it still isn't the one that I saw. But the amount of people there is unfathomable. I don't understand, do they like him? They love him. They worship him. This is like that shit back in the day with like the Beatles leaving a concert venue. But now it's internet content creators, which is so fucking crazy. Because the society's reached this like critical mass of worshipping celebrities. So now, even if it's not like the Beatles level, it can still get this crazy. Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, his hair was getting pulled, people were throwing shit on him. Like, I thought it was beer, but I guess it was Prime. Jumping in his car, jumping on him, yanking on him, pulling on him. It's fucking weird. The guy who pulled his hair is selling it for $1,600 right now. Really? Jumping on him's odd. What's your goal in that? It's just like herd mentality. I hate that. This is so fucking cringe because Redditors always quote this, but it's actually super true. It's from Men in Black. When Tommy Lee Jones says, a person is smart, people are stupid. So what happens is when you get a ton of people together like this, and it's not just for celebrity worship, but like sports too, people then stop thinking for themselves. It all just becomes giant groupthink and emulating whatever you see the other fucking idiot next to you doing. So it just gets out of control so quick. So the guys that are like yanking on Speed's hair and pulling his arms every which way, stepping on him, throwing shit at him, like they're not thinking. Like there's not an actual thought in their head. Mob mentality. Exactly. Literal mob mentality over a fucking YouTuber. It's so weird. I mean, it's weird no matter who it's over, but it's just crazy to see it now over, like, YouTubers or streamers or whatever. You getting excited for Deadpool? I am. But, man, Twitter, like, I don't know what's happened to film Twitter. I don't even know if it's film Twitter. It's kind of just Twitter in general. Anything that's coming out that's popular, they immediately start shitting on in every possible way. So, like, Deadpool, the new Deadpool, they're like, man, this is going to be the worst fucking movie ever made. Man, this clip looks like the worst pile of shit ever made. When, like, 2 weeks ago, if that, they were like, can't wait for Deadpool. It's like, well, actually, no, Deadpool's, like, the worst thing ever made. Thankfully, film Twitter isn't hating on long legs. That's only because it's not out yet. The cycle on Twitter is when a really good movie comes out, you wait 2 weeks, maybe less. And then it's like, actually, everyone's super wrong about this. This movie is shit, and here's why. This scene is overacted. The color grading is beyond trash. It's an absolute eyesore. Narratively, there's plot holes out the wazoo, and honestly, I think the film composition just doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and the editing is some of the worst I've ever seen on the silver screen. You just have to wait 2 weeks. Happened with Dune 2, of all things. You're actually right. I'm now seeing a ton of hate for A Quiet Place. Really? Already? It's only been a week for A Quiet Place. They didn't even give it the 2-week cycle. Okay, I'm super curious. Let me pull one up. Why are they hating the new Quiet Place movie? I actually thought it was great. I really enjoyed the new Quiet Place. Some of these are just like really trivial ones. I'm trying to find one that does like the breakdown on why it's bad. Give me an example of one for A Quiet Place. Where should I look to find the people shitting on it? Because right now it's just a couple people saying they didn't like it, which is fine. But I want Film Twitter's refined palate to weigh in on it. Film Twitter was shitting on the first one, should have specified. Oh, so not the new one yet? Okay. I saw people on Twitter unironically praising Batman vs Superman. Oh, that's another thing that Film Twitter does. So, great movie comes out, popular movie comes out, wait a couple weeks. Here's why this thing's actually garbage and you should feel like shit if you enjoyed it. And then the opposite effect happens where an absolutely atrocious pile of trash like Batman vs Superman it's long enough where now all of a sudden they rewrite history being like, man, we used to have it so good when Batman vs. Superman came out, one of the best superhero films ever fucking made. They don't make them like this anymore. That's another big one that happens. What game series do you think had the biggest fall off and where do you think it started? I mean, there's an objectively correct answer to that. It's Halo. There is no other answer you can possibly give that's a bigger fall off than Halo. It was a flagship title for the biggest console at the... Well, PlayStation 2 was still bigger, but one of the biggest consoles of the time from one of the biggest companies in the world. Halo was the shit. And it stayed the shit for years, being a staple in gaming. And then the second Bungie gave it to 343, it went downhill. Halo 4, not good. People started to lose interest. Halo 5, everybody hated. Halo Infinite had a chance, started out okay, and then it just stagnated and died because they never actually brought content to it. Now no one gives a fuck about Halo. The only other one you might be able to make an argument for is Battlefield. But Battlefield still has a pretty strong community that still seems very passionate about more Battlefield. Halo, everyone's so jaded. Don't forget the Halo show. Oh, God. Yeah. How could you forget the Halo show? It's actually been like a decade of nothing good from the Halo franchise. It's such a shame. Batman Arkham for me? Arkham hasn't fallen off. Unless you're counting the Suicide Squad game, I guess, but that's not really an Arkham game. Assassin's Creed fell off for me, but people still really like Assassin's Creed. Oh, Gears of War is another great one, actually. Gears of War had a colossal fall off. Gears 1 through 3, again, mainstream darlings. Like, people loved Gears. Everyone knew Gears. It was always Gears, Call of Duty, Halo. That was kind of like the big three of shooters. And then right after Gears 3 came Judgment, everyone started hating it. Gears 4, everyone hated it. Gears 5, I hated it. Apparently people still like it, but the point is no one cared about Gears 5. Like, nobody gave a shit. I know, it is such a shame. It's a shame what happened to all of them. Battlefield, Halo, Gears. I think Battlefield will probably... Out of those three, I think Battlefield's going to be the one to bounce back, though. I don't have a whole lot of faith in Gears. I'm praying E-Day's actually good, but I don't have faith. Don't know what the fuck is in store for Halo next. But I think the next Battlefield might be good. Like, it at least has a chance. Oh yeah, I saw the Horizon Netflix show got canned. People on Twitter think Horizon is an industry plant game. Industry plant has lost all meaning now. But I am constantly shocked to see the numbers that Horizon has pulled when I never hear shit about it aside from how awful their release times are. Like, the most recent Horizon released on the same fucking day as Elden... Well, not the same day. The same, like, within a week of Elden Ring. Like, they choose the worst releases ever. And that's all I ever hear about Horizon. So I don't know where the sales numbers come from. I honestly think, and I'm pretty sure this is the actual reason behind the numbers, it's because they bundle it with the PlayStation so often. So if you buy a PlayStation, you're, by proxy, buying Horizon. So it must count it. Kind of like what they did with the Wii. No, I know everyone likes Horizon, but I never really hear about it aside from just the bad releases. Like, it reviews really well, and Jackson loves it, but I just never see people talk about it. The showrunner got accused of bullying people and being super manipulative. For Horizon? Horizon Zero Dawn TV series no longer moving forward. According to a report on the alleged toxic, bullying, manipulative, and retaliatory behavior of the Umbrella Academy showrunner Steve Blackman, Horizon Zero Dawn TV series is seemingly not moving forward at Netflix. 12 staffers and an HR complaint have detailed the hostile workplace that was said to have been fostered by Blackman, although the showrunner has said these claims are entirely untrue and completely absurd. I mean, I find it hard to believe that 12 people would band together and all just tell a fib. Well, okay, why don't we look up the Umbrella Academy? Was there reports of that there? Umbrella Academy showrunner dismisses accusations of bullying, degrading, and lewd behavior. Oh, that's still for this. You see the video of people fighting on Mount Everest over a selfie spot. Tourists filmed getting into brawl for best selfie spot on Mount Everest. Like, why not just move? Oh my god. Can't pause the video without other shit popping up. Yikes. Why not just move, like, right over here? Or even over there. Or there. Or there. This is just base camp. Is it? So is this not even worth getting the spot for? Why not go higher up? What do you think about the people that beat the shit out of pedophiles on Twitter? So here's the thing. My heart doesn't break seeing a pedophile get beat up. That's probably a valuable service. But some of the people that do it, like, I have to wonder if it's even an actual pedophile they're beating up, or if they're just calling someone a pedophile and then beating them up. Because there's... was it Vitaly? I'm pretty sure it was Vitaly. Or apparently, like, one of the people on his stream wasn't even a pedophile. It was an actor he paid to pretend to be one or some shit. So I don't even know what's staged and what's not. But yeah, pedophile getting his ass kicked. Who cares? That's like a fist bump situation. Though, beating up a pedophile doesn't put them in jail. So it's not exactly doing a whole ton of good if they don't get them in jail. Who would get paid to get called a predator? Probably someone that's just super desperate. Like, in huge need of money or something. Seen the new Hellboy trailer? Yeah, we watched it on stream, actually. Looks incredibly dog shit. Which is cool, I guess. I'm sure film Twitter will disagree. True. Everyone hates the new Hellboy film? Here's why it's actually a masterpiece. We got a new Commander game going up on Skill Check tomorrow where we put ourselves through a little bit of shock therapy to really master the game. So dog shock collars, can we all agree that they are absurdly inhumane? Because I had never, like, tried a dog shock collar until that dog treat tier list we did. So then we also used it for a Magic the Gathering game that we filmed for tomorrow. It hurts so bad. And we didn't even have it up that high. Like, it doesn't even feel like a shock. It feels like a complete... Like, it feels like it burns you. What about on bigger, aggressive dogs? Well, I have no clue. I don't know how it works on dogs, but on human skin, that shit is unbelievably strong. I don't know if the fur, like, mitigates it or something. I have no idea. But that shit hurts so bad. Dogs are just tougher than Charlie. It wasn't just me. Chase, Drew, Matt, we all did it. It hurts. That shit just does not feel good at all. You hear Etsy's banning sex toys and porn. I didn't even know they could sell sex toys on Etsy till you just said that. Whoa. I had no clue this was something you could get through Etsy. I feel like I would never buy a sex toy from a complete fucking stranger on Etsy. I'll just say it. I feel like that would be so gross. Man, some of these pictures are crazy, too. What in tarnation am I looking at? And you can sell porn through Etsy? No, I typed in porn and nothing came up. So what do you mean by sex toys and porn? Type in boobies instead. I typed in boobies and it's just art and pictures that say boobies. Maybe they mean like Playboy magazines? I don't know. I don't think you can sell any of that through Etsy as is, but apparently you can sell sex toys. There's literally tons of nude pictures of women there. I don't know how you found them. Because I typed in boobies, which is about as point blank as that gets. And I didn't see any of that. Gotta type in pussy. Alright, I'll do that next. Oh, that was almost a disaster. I was just going to do Control-Shift-T to bring up the tab, but it would have brought it up on this screen when I still had the butt plugs and shit pulled up from the Etsy deep dive. That would have been rough. No, it's still just sex toy. Oh no, never mind. Never mind. You're right. You're right. There is porn on Etsy. You access it by typing in pussy. Boobies isn't enough. You have to go harder. Here's what Etsy's banning: sex toys that you can insert, porn magazines and films, products that feature naked human models, advertisements for sexual services, photos and videos, and sexually explicit artworks. They sell porno films through Etsy? What? Wait, and sexual services? You get some hookers through Etsy? That's a crazy risk. What? Seen the new Chinese robot that has a human brain in it? Nope, let me see. Chinese scientists have created a Frankenstein-like robot that's powered by a tiny human brain. That's super cool, actually. Here, I'll just do the video.
Are human-like robots going to take over the world? Will
Yes.
they replace human beings? But what's the big deal about that, you ask? A robot with a human brain created in
Wow.
a lab.
So why though? But what benefit does a human brain offer over just having the same computational power with a machine? Like, surely we haven't mastered the ability to create a brain with all of, like, the complex neural pathways and shit. But you can do that for AI. Like, we're not far enough along in the organoid intelligence spectrum, are we? Brains have a lot of computational power for less costs. That's true, I guess. It'd be less energy.
Basically, the aim is to give the robot the ability to perform tasks like grasping objects and avoiding hazards. The world's first open source brain on chip, intelligent, complex information interaction system.
Very long
Basically, the
title. They need to
university
shorten that. Just call it the robot brain. No, that won't work. Well, that's why they didn't hire me to name it, I guess. Do you know Humongous? Of course I do. God, that's a classic. If we're going through classics, the one that Chris P. Bacon always inevitably leads me to is the classic Rodney Stanger. I don't know if you guys remember this. It's an old news blooper.
Warren back in June of 2000. The possible suspect, Rodney Stanger, seen here. Well, no, this is not Rodney Stanger, obviously. Well, we're going to get his picture. He's currently in a Florida jail, accused of murdering his girlfriend.
Very serious story, too. Like, that's a real serious situation there, and then fucking blast on Rodney Stanger. I remember that one from way back in the day that had me giggling. Still makes me giggle, too, and that's a very sad story. It's such a shame. But Jesus Christ. Yeah, news bloopers always made me laugh. How did that happen? Someone must have just slid that in there. You seen the DD Mega Doo-Doo? Yeah. I feel like everyone's seen that one. The Rodney Stanger one, most people don't remember or maybe missed at some point. Like, this one was more of an obscure news blooper, but everyone knows DD Mega Doo-Doo. I don't know either. You know DD Mega Doo-Doo.
To say their final goodbyes to this fallen Louisville police officer, DD Mega Doo-Doo. I'm sorry, Mangudu.
That one's just, like, that wasn't even close. I don't know how you get DD Mega Doo-Doo out of that name. Here, this is another one that always makes me giggle. I actually thought about this one earlier tonight. Wait, I haven't thought about this in a while. I just can't look this up on stream because some of the suggestions are not going to be what I'm looking for. But this one's a classic. It's the, she has some nice titties. If you guys know that one.
Tell us more about the motivation behind her goal. Jimmy.
Hi, guys. I just met her. Yeah, fantastic. She has some nice titties. All right, tennis shoes. Let's check in with weather. We'll have forecast.
That rack, though, am I fucking right? She has some nice titties. He said that he was trying to say tinnies, like tennis shoes. I have never heard anyone refer to tennis shoes as tinnies. But it's a very convenient excuse, and he does say tennis shoes after. But man, he was just super excited about them honkers. So what was the aftermath of that? I don't know, he probably just got reprimanded behind the scenes.
Like weather at all.
I don't remember.
Jim, and find out what is in store weather-wise for the coming week. Lots of sunshine, Jim, right?
Yes, lots of sunshine out there and tennis shoes. There you go. All right, checking in with weather.
Really trying to drive that home. Not titties. I'm not thinking of you're thinking of titties. I'm thinking of shoes. You're the problem, not me. She has some nice fucking milkers. I do know one more news blooper that always makes me laugh.
2 weeks, and then she defied all odds and woke up.
I should buy
Well, obviously, there was a problem with that tape. She doesn't really sound like that. She doesn't remember the accident, but the evidence is clear. I am so sorry. Laura's learning to walk again after the lightning burned her legs, and we'll have more on that story and hopefully get that tape fixed for you.
That's another iconic one. Yeah, I know. That's just like a perfect fucking glitch, I guess. Like, that's crazy. Please tell me you've seen the worst police sketch in news history. Well, yeah, everyone's seen that. We were actually going to do a video, not like this, but this spawned a video idea we were going to do, but it's really hard to find a police sketch artist willing to work with us.
Now this just in, police officers in
this video's a
Lancaster,
classic.
Pennsylvania. Yeah, I think we do have his description. Can we take that?
Maybe I'll do another one, Chaka.
This is the guy they wanted people in Pennsylvania to be out on the lookout for. He's got a nose and some hair that goes like that, and he was wearing a hat at the time of this particular crime. It's got kind of a chin that comes down to almost a point. So here's a picture of the real guy. It's next to the sketch.
It's pretty good.
Where's the pointy chin?
It's uncanny, Lisa. The guy on the left.
Yeah, everyone's seen that one. That's another just iconic news blooper moment. The fucking Charlie Brown sketch, and then they actually caught the guy while they're still going over the sketch. Like, that shit's perfect. Is it fake? No, this is new. This is real. This is an actual news segment. It is a terrible drawing, to be honest. It's not bad. I don't know. If you hand me a drawing like that and tell me be on a lookout for a guy that looks like this, and I saw this guy, I'd kind of be like, wait a minute. This is ringing bells. Where did the whiskers come from? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure. Do you see the news on Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League getting a season 2? Are they really? I thought they've abandoned it. Is there anyone left to play a season 2 of Kill the Justice League? Let me see. It presses on with Mrs. Freeze. Really pulling out the big guns here to revive interest in Kill the Justice League. Why Mrs. Freeze? So there's 371 people on Kill the Justice League with a 24-hour peak of 538 to be exact. The peak players for Steam for Justice League ever, Kill the Justice League, was 13,459. And within a month, it went down to 3,000. In 2 months, 1,000. 3 months, 500. Cool. We've heard the plan is to indeed finish off the promised 4 seasons of post-launch content, but in all likelihood that's it. Things will wrap up thereafter due to the game's extremely poor launch and extremely poor ongoing performance. Yeah, they lost $200 million on this game, reportedly. So, it was a flop. We are getting some news about Suicide Squad Season 2, ending the 2 chapters of the Joker season that only drew a quarter of its original launch numbers, with its second episode barely even doing a sixth of that. And the reveal of a gender-flipped Mrs. Freeze has many players wondering why she was chosen to spearhead a season as an extremely random character. Is she an established character? I assumed she was a character that was established at some point. Looks like it, right? I'm getting yeses and nos, so it must be a very small character then. Good luck, kill the Suicide Squad, or kill the Justice League. Godspeed. It's a very interesting decision. I don't know why they wouldn't pull out a massive character to try and at least get a couple more people back. That really, really surprises me. Who else are they going to bring back? They already brought a horrible Joker. You could easily... There's so many iconic villains in Batman you could bring in. There's a lot you could do. There's Condiment King. Condiment King is an iconic Batman character. That could work. You could make Condiment King work. Is Dog Welder DC or Marvel? Dog Welder's DC. Dog Welder would be great, but I don't think Dog Welder's main canon. Dog Welder's on big spin-off New Earth shit. I just double checked. So you couldn't use Dog Welder. Well, actually, yeah, you could. The whole Brainiac multiverse thing, you could have Dog Welder in here. Calendar Man would be another good one, actually. Yeah. Yeah, Dog Welder just welds dogs together. That's his superpower. But we actually went down an entire rabbit hole for Dog Welder and the gang. There was a whole storyline where Dog Welder saved the fucking universe at one point.